Damn, we're just... Oh, man. Give me... Just wondering why did you choose not to try for the border, given it was your goal for most of the game. In the end, well, my goal for the game was just to be the best big brother I can be and keep my brother safe. And then this occasion, when it came to keeping him safe over crossing the border, it was always what was best. It was always what was best for Daniel for me. As big brother, it was always like be the big brother. With a big brother, risk him running into like armed police officer machine guns to take a third, the third time taking the bullet, but the third time being many bullets, right? Just to cross the board. I feel that would have been a selfish decision at that point. So for me, again, playing the big brother, I was like, look, I will sacrifice everything so my brother can have the life. Any decision of regret? No. I'm glad that's how it panned out. Yeah. I mean, it's hard because especially if you're in the moment, it's real. Like, see, like some of the moments where we encountered, you know, the good old racists, right? Oh, the temptation to punch them would be so great, but I'm also one for being like, well, maybe that's how that person was brought up, and maybe it's let's have a conversation. You know what I mean? Or try and do things the right way before having to do. There was never, thankfully, there was the point in the game that, you know, the thing is, right, if it came to like someone was gonna kill Sean and I could do something about it. Obviously, there was a moment like with Meryl at the weed place, at the weed farm. But I mean, Daniel sorted the situation out his way. But if I had a gun and there was a thing where I don't, and if he had like shot Daniel in the shoulder, and before even Daniel used his power, I probably would have shot him. Again, it's very contextual because in the moment, obviously, didn't have a weapon or anything. I was like, fuck, shit. I was like, Daniel, get rid of his weapon. And then he fucking pulled a pistol. I didn't expect him to pull out a pistol because when we went into, this was episode 3, of course, going into, you know, my thing was like, I need to get my brother before he does something stupid. I never thought there was an option for one. But obviously, if I replay it, I know it's a thing now to kind of sneak in, you know. I was like, right, I need to get the door. This is the only door I know of. Because why would I try to sneak it beforehand to case the joint, you know, before? Because I didn't even know about the money in the safe. Only Finn knew that, right? Yeah. So, yeah. So I don't regret the decisions I've done. I think I've played, and also, based on the way I was playing. If I was to play this game, I've loved both Life is Strange 1 and 2. One thing that really, I guess, I like games about this, because obviously in the last one I could rewind. I felt safe. I felt less safe in the choices, because obviously you made the decision, and that feels like more real life to me than anything. It makes these games a bit more tense, and that's what I liked about this one. I like the fact there was no rewind. You know? I know people will save scum games to redo decisions, but I don't really like doing that in games. For those who don't know what save scumming is, like say if there was a choice, like for example, you could do this in like Baldur's Gate 3, for example. You do a roll, choose a choice and something goes bad. You can always just like quick load before the conversation starts and choose until you get the desired result, especially in Baldur's Gate when it's like D&D, right, and you're re-rolling dice. You could do that infinitely. For me, that is not interesting. I know some people will do it because they like to see the other options, but then they'll go back and choose the option that they feel is best for the character, but I'm the safe scum master, love doing it. Yeah, see, it depends on the game. Well, it depends on the game. If it's a role-playing one, I will stick to the choices I make. I would never, you know. I would never go back on that. You know what I mean? I would never go back on the decision. If I'm going to make a decision, or even if there was some points in this game, in the episode 4, the last one and this one, where we saw it today when I was pinned down by the vigilantes, right? And then they were asking me questions, and it took me a while to answer. It was the same one where we faced the other races when, you know, they're asking sing us a song, and I didn't sing it right away because I was like, fuck, what do I do here? And you had the choices. And I love when it doesn't give you a time limit in the conversation, like how long you have to say something, or gives you option to say nothing. Because I know that happens in some games, but in this one, it didn't tell you. So it's really like conversation responsive, like in the moment kind of thing. If you took too long to say something, be like, say something! Yeah, and they get you like, ah, shit! And then, yeah, I like games that do that. Kind of, it's not really forcing you a corner. It's like a normal, normal conversation in humans, regardless of what the situation is. Obviously, some more tense than others, and you know, you might react angrily in the moment, or you know, especially if like in real life, if you like have an argument with a friend or you know family members, most of the time you argue. Sometimes you say something in the heat of the moment, but then you can always go apologize. And like, you know, some of the high intense scenarios here, I think obviously you can't go back at this. Sometimes they have serious consequences and you have to deal with that. So that's what I enjoy in these kind of games. Because in real life, you can't just hit rewind. Oh, last question. What's better, Life is Strange 1 or 2? 2. Easy. There's a lot of things I loved about Life is Strange 1, but again, the main component which makes me choose Life is Strange 2 over Life is Strange 1, you know, there was a lot of elements that in Life is Strange 1 which I enjoyed the most. There was like, you know, how it's developed and what am I, because it was like in the art school and stuff and all that sort of thing, so I kind of identified with Life is Strange 1 in terms of maybe a bit of story. But when it comes down to the mechanics of what this type of game is, and decision making, and why I love games like this, Life is Strange 2 comes out as the winner. Because it is that, exactly what I've been talking about for the last couple of minutes. Anyway, that is my spiel on Life is Strange 2.